welcome to the 158th podcast of the NC Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Cloud, co-president of this club. Today I'm going to talk to you about a correction I need to make from a previous podcast. Last night I watched a movie called The Big Wars. It was an animated movie. It's not a TV series. That's the correction I need to make. Now, The Big Wars takes place in the far future. Unfortunately, I am unable to show you any artwork from it because the person just gave me the master tape and didn't give me a box to go with it. So that's the reason why I'm not being able to show you any animation. The animation is very nicely done for its time. It was done probably somewhere in the 1990s, early part, and it has a wonderful music score. However, I need to point this out. The Big Wars, if we use the old Motion Picture Academy rating system, is a rated R film, and it's not for little kids to watch. Like I said, it has some wonderful concepts, like using high frequency sound to hypnotize a person over onto your side, actually brainwash them. And also too, they had ships that could travel the sands of Mars, like, you know, what you saw in I think the Martian Chronicles had like little ships that could go across the sands and stuff. So they actually built ships like that, and it had some very interesting designs. But like I said, The Big Wars is not for little kids. It did have nudity. It was very violent. Now, I have also seen a movie a few months back called Puppet Princess. This movie too is also rated R. It's not for little kids to watch. It takes place in the Fury era, and it also has a lot of great elements, horror in it, and it's very violent. Now, some of you are saying, Robert, you're covering a lot of mature material these days. Well, you have to understand, in Japan's culture, that 85% of them is made up either of Buddhist or Hindu. And so, naturally, there's going to be a clash of morals. Now, recently I heard in Japan that Parliament is trying to work on a bill to start censoring some of their materials. Now, some of the people who are over in Japan, who are manga artists and stuff, are a bit concerned, and it's understandable. You don't like to have your freedom taken away from you, and I'm sure that the bill will eventually be whittled down and stuff, and they can have some moral guidelines, which they seem to be needing. I've actually seen podcasts from other people been quite concerned about what they've been producing over there in Japan as far as influence for the kids and stuff. So I feel like that's a natural progression as far as Japan is concerned. Alright, now I'm going to move on to a different subject altogether different from that. I do sometimes self-evaluate myself as a leader, and also to self-evaluate the club as an overall. Excuse me. Getting a bit tongue-tied today. Overall. And I try to think of ways of making the club more fun for my members, and also too for myself, because I need to get something out of it as well. Well, this year we added a new element into our club. We are now promoting Japanese J-pop. Now, I'm very bad with Japanese names, and please forgive me if I don't pronounce some of these names properly, but Nami Musiki is a Japanese singer over in Japan. She did a beautiful video that once in a while I will go and look on YouTube called The Eternal Flame, and she has a wonderful voice, and she's done a lot of voice work in Japan and stuff, and also too in the animated series Rumika plus the Vampire. And I'm glad that we added that element this year of watching Japanese J-pop. Now, I actually recently showed last month a nice little group called AAA, and we watched a video called Samurai Heart, and I think the members kind of enjoyed that and had quite a bit of fun with it. So I'm glad that this year we took the time out to add Japanese J-pop as part of the reason for our purpose, and it helps also to expand the knowledge of Japan. Well, our next meeting is our grand finale, which will be held December 4th. We will be meeting in front of the Books a Million at 4 o'clock. At 4:35, we're going over to Co-President Tim Will's home to have our Christmas party. This is a covered dish Christmas party. We're asking people to please bring stuff. If you are coming, please contact me at rca_artist24@yahoo.com and tell us that you're coming. Also, too, it'd be nice to know what you're bringing, and that would help us plan out what we need to have there at the party. Now, the grand that is our grand finale. Last thing we're doing this year. Now, in January, the uh, 7th through the 9th is Ikabankashi, which will be held at the Marriott Charlotte Executive Park. Um, Tom Horvath is one of the guests there, and along with a lot of other great voice actors. And I will be there doing panels and stuff. If you see me in the hallways, please feel free to ask me questions. I'd be more than glad to answer them. And take your time. If you see me at a table in a meeting by myself, sit over and say, "Hello, Robert," and I'll be glad to strike up any type of conversation at that convention. I hope to be doing some podcasting as well. And hope to get some of my panels at this convention as well. It's going to be kind of difficult. I'm going to need one of the fans to hold the camera and make sure that it stays pretty steady for doing podcasting. Also, too, in January the 15th, we will be meeting again in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we're going over to a person's home to watch the Melody of Oblivion. That was put out by Genion. And the Melody of Oblivion's artwork is beautiful. I'm looking kind of forward to showing this to the members. Now, What the Hell Con is in Greensboro, which will be held on the 4th through the 6th of 2011 at Guilford College. It's a free and open convention to the public, and I highly recommend anybody to go to it. You'll have a blast. February the 19th, we'll be meeting again in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we're going over to watch a person's home to watch the adult science fiction series, horror series, Gantz, which Lucy Christian and Greg Ayers and Chris Ayers did do voice work in that series. Well, I hope that you're doing well today, and I wish you a very nice day. And by the way, Merry Christmas. Goodbye.